the syrup just flow. Oh, my gosh. What do we do now, Bill? Well, Bill's never short of an idea. Not a good idea, but an idea. He's got the tensor bandage there for all of his injuries. He starts unwinding that off his leg, and I believe that goes right up to his armpits. I'm not going to help him, you notice that. And he starts winding that around the tree real tight so there's tension on there. I'm awful glad people don't walk along when we're doing this. They might have some embarrassing questions for us. Now he opens up. Oh, my gosh. Too much pressure. Turn it down, Bill. Turn it down. No, get the waffles. Get the waffles. Get the waffles. Get the waffles. Come on, Bill. Get the waffles. Bill, forget your jack. Get the waffles. Don't forget the syrup on there. There you go. There you go. There you go. Wow, just in the nick of time, too. That's pretty well drained her dry, I guess. And there's all the waffles all done and everything. No, thanks, Bill. I'll feed mine to the animals. Stay tuned for special guest Graham Greene in his most explosive role.
Winston Rothschild here for Rothschild Sewage and Septic Sucking Services, where our motto is, waste not, pump not. 1-800-555-SUCK.
Okay, I got a memo here from Stinky Peterson. It says, to all members of Possum Lodge, please stop calling me Stinky. I'm sick of it. Oh, good for you, Stinky. Mr. Peterson, sorry. my new nickname is Aromatic.
Well, now that was a humdinger. I love the way the storm clears the air. No more paint fumes or diesel fumes. Oh, Harold, I forgot to ask. How are your chickens?
You know, as well as I do, they flew the coop. One thing the coop flew too. Well, I found it 9 miles down the highway.
Who says chickens can't fly, eh, Harold?
All the little feathers are blown off. Ever salted into town.
Well, you wanted to scramble their eggs.
My Rhode Island Red! Rhode Island Red caught under a tree. Little tiny chicken McNuggets.
Yeah, I heard, Harold. That's too bad. You know, and the tall pine tree went down, the big one that's been in town for so darn long there. It fell over like a relative at an open bar.
Terrible! That tree's a part of our heritage.
Well, right now, that pine tree has the highway completely closed. Lights and Possum Lake is ground to a halt.
How can you tell the difference?
Well, Harold's given us the opportunity to have a chainsaw party. 6 hours and 130 decibels from now, the highway will be open and everybody will have enough firewood to last the winter. Coming, Harold?
No, I'm just going to go look for my last chicken.
Well, you know, it's probably under the pine tree. Like in that joke, why did the pine tree cross the road? To get to the other chicken.
Okay, here's one now from Moose Thompson. Moose writes, I'm tired of my nickname. It makes me sound big and dumb and stupid. So everyone stop calling me Moose Thompson. My new nickname is Moose Johnson.
We're up here with our friend Ranger Gord.
Hi, Red. Hi, everyone. I miss you.
All right, Gord. What are you doing today?
Making party invitations, Red, because I realize that people aren't showing up for my get-togethers here at the fire tower because of the bland, ordinary invitations I'm sending out.
Well, it may not be that big of a factor.
Sure it is. Sure it is. You know, I mean, because who doesn't like FEMO parties or sleepovers? So I thought that after the chainsaw party, we could all come up here and I could build a big bonfire and tell a story about the history of Possum Pine.
Boy, they'll be scalping tickets for that one, won't they?
Oh, yeah. And take a look at this invitation. Is that groovy or what?
There's nothing written on this, Gord.
Gotcha. See, this is good camp fun. Even the kids can get in on this gag. It's written in invisible ink, and all you need is some lemon juice and a matchstick like this. See? And then you write out your invitation.
Oh, for gosh sakes.
See? This is a far more interesting invitation. It's environmentally friendly, and it helps people get into the spirit of the party before they even get there.
It's true. And it won't stop with invisible invitations. I'm guessing you're going to have invisible guests, too.
Great. They can meet all my other invisible friends.
And finally, there's one from my Uncle Red. I'm tired of being called Red Green. From now on, I want to be called an unpronounceable symbol that represents the singer who used to be called Prince. And welcome Welcome to the expert portion of the show. This week, claiming to be an expert with my Uncle Red, is Mr. Edgar K.B. Montrose. All righty. This week's letter is from Butte, Montana.
That's pronounced Butte, Harold.
Really?
Yeah.
They moved. Now they're living in Butte, Montana. Dear experts, one of the casement-style windows in our dining room is stuck shut. What's the best way to get it sliding again?
Well, you've just probably painted her shut there. You got to cut that through with a razor blade or a sharp knife.
That's pretty labor-intensive, Red. Maybe the window's stuck because the house is settling. You see, when a house gets to be, say, 40 years old, it settles and sags and buckles.
I've been there.
You're still there.
Well, in that case, you take apart a couple of 22 shells, you see, and you pour the powder into the corner of the frame. And swoom, you can pop that window out of there in no time flat.
That sounds pretty dangerous.
Huh?
Dangerous? It sounds dangerous.
Oh, no, Harold, it's not so dangerous. For some reason, dynamite is one of those expressions that scares people, like nerve gas.
So would you blow out the one window, Edgar, or all the windows?
Well, if you're going to take out more than one, you're further ahead just to take out the whole house. 15 charges all the way around the perimeter, a double right in the middle of the cellar floor, and you can make that 3-bedroom bungalow get up and do a jig.
Wouldn't our viewer have to rebuild his whole house, though?
So? If you plant your charges properly, when you blow up your house, your brick and your wood and your plumbing all land in 3 separate piles.
Well, there's something I hate worse than canceling a chainsaw party. We just tooted our horns, put on our hats, are ready to go there. Old man Cedric yells out, "Whoa! The hips are seized up. Got another storm coming."
My tickets! Oh, no, my tickets!
No, Harold. It was just a false alarm. Wasn't the storm.
Oh.
Turns out he has a medical problem. Wasn't the weather at all. Talk about thoughtless.
Well, you gotta think about having a hip replacement.
Well, that's exactly what he's doing. He's over at Possum County Hospital right now having a hip replacement. I thought they would need a donor, but I guess they're going to use a couple of ball joints out of an old Buick or something.
No, Uncle Red, they're made out of plastic with Teflon coating. They're excellent. My English teacher had his hips replaced, and he felt so much better, 2 weeks later, he went skiing, broke both his legs.
Well, we don't need old man Cedric to feel better. We need him to feel weather.
Well, maybe the Lord can come out of the dark ages and buy, like, say, a barometer?
No, we don't need it, Harold. We're going to get old man Cedric's hips. The doctor's going to give them to us after he takes them out. We're going to use them as hinges on the outhouse door. And if you go out there and you pull on the door and she feels stiff to you, you know you're in for stormy weather.
Oh, it's meeting time, Uncle Red.
Oh, that reminds me. Buster Hatfield found a bunch of your chickens had survived the storm. They were all wedged into the soccer net over at the schoolyard. Yeah. If my wife is watching, I'm going to be a little bit late because I'm going to drop by the hospital and wish old man Cedric the best of luck with the hip replacement thing. And while I'm there, I might just browse through the hospital fire department, for future reference. And to the rest of you, thanks so much for watching. On behalf of Harold, myself, and the whole gang out here at Possum Lodge, until next time, keep your stick on the ice.
Had a complaint from Peg Leg Johnson called.
Find out more about Possum Lodge merchandise. Call 1-800-Y-POSSUM or check out Harold's homepage on the internet, www.redgreen.com.